Okay guys, we're going to try to work on different ways to solve word problems, and I want to be able to show you how to get a 4 when you're working towards these kinds of problems. So we're going to work through it slowly and figure out how we can go about showing our P's. So the first problem says, Jim and Sam went to the bakery. Jim bought 6 cookies. Sam bought 7 cookies. How many cookies did they buy? The first thing we want to do here is we want to reread the problem. And after we reread the problem, we want to visualize what we see and what we read. So let's reread it one more time and let's visualize at the same time. Jim and Sam went to the bakery. So imagine that you have a friend named Jim and Sam and that they went to a bakery. Jim bought 6 cookies. So imagine that Jim goes to the bakery and he buys 6 cookies. And then Sam bought 7 cookies. So Jim just got 6 cookies, and here comes Sam, and he's got 7. How many cookies did they buy? Now the reason why you visualize is because you need to ask yourself the question, are you taking cookies and putting them together? Or are some cookies disappearing? What's happening here, class? Are you putting them together or taking them apart? You're putting them together. So is this going to be an addition problem or a subtraction problem? Is this going to be an addition problem or subtraction problem? Think about it. It's okay if you don't know.
It equals 14.
Well, I'll give you a second to think about that. So what do you guys think? Is it going to be a problem what's an addition problem or is it a subtraction problem? What do you guys think? Everybody?
Addition.
Addition. Yeah, it's going to be an addition problem. So here's what you can do if you are working on this problem. The first step you could do is you want to make a picture. And that's what the P in P stands for, a picture. So we know that Jim had 6 cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we know that Sam had got 7 cookies. So let's use a different color. So Sam got 7 cookies, so then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now notice I first labeled on the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I didn't label the next set. I know that there's 7 cookies there as I go back and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the strategy that I want to really make sure that I use is counting on. So I'm going to start at 6 and count on from there. So this becomes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So really my equation looks like this. My equation was 6, because that's how many that Sam had, plus the next number is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because that's how many that Jim had. So 6 plus 7 becomes the answer 13. Right there is your E in P's for equation. Now here's the tough part. Trying to come up with another way. When you try to come up with another way to solve this problem, you could do a few different ways. One way you could do it is you could very simply look at the number 13, which is what you got as an answer. So if you took 13, and then let's say you just took away the number that Jim had, which was 7. If you had 13 take away 7, you should get the number that Jim had, which was the number 6. So if I take 13 and I take away 7, I go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and guess what I have left? 6. And that was the original number of cookies. So now I can prove that this equation is correct. That's one way you could do it, but it's definitely not the only way, because couldn't I use something like this to help me out? If I know that 6 plus 6, or 6 doubled, is 12, doesn't that help me get kind of close to my answer? It sure does. Why does it help me get kind of close to my answer? Well, because take a look at this 6 plus 6 equation that's right here. It's very close to 6 plus 7 right here. So I'm going to put it on a new slide so you can see it a little bit better. So 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. We know that 6 doubled is 12. But my original equation was 6 plus 7. And I know that gave me 13. 6 plus 6 helps me out because it's very close. The only difference is 7 is 1 more then 6. So all I have to do is if I know that 6 doubled, or 6 plus 6 is 12, I just have to add one more to 12 to get the right answer. So when I go to do another way, back over here, I would then just have to add 12 plus 1, which then gives me 13. Sorry, that was kind of sloppy. So that would become the A for another way. And then last, all you'd have to do for your S is very simply write a sentence, and you would say, they had 13 cookies. And that is how you can get a 4. Now, we've been working on this in class, but this was really for you to go on and watch to see if you have any problems. You can watch this on Edmodo again. Or if your parents want to help you out and try to figure out how you can get a 4, that's how they can do it. They can go on to Edmodo and they can watch this, and they'll help you try to figure out what you need to do to get to be to a 4. Because everybody in here can get to a 4, right? Yeah. All right. So if you guys have any problems, you can just watch this on Edmodo, okay?